Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys all so much for joining me today. For today's video, I have some Nail Addict slash Nail Reserve gel polishes. The previous name was known as Nail Addict, but now they're going ahead and rebranding to the name Nail Reserve. So if you're having trouble finding them on Instagram or anything like I did at the beginning, yeah, they have changed the name to Nail Reserve now. So we have a few goodies here. We have 4 gel polishes. Here we have the color Electric Green. It's this gorgeous neon green color, super bright, and just look how beautiful this color looks. Super pretty, and just overall, like, it's just really gorgeous. I really loved it. Their gel polishes also are cruelty free, they're vegan, and they have a 9-free formula as well. These are 15 milliliter bottles, and the one thing I love about them is that they always include the swatch at the top, and the label is also, you know, labeled with the color. Next we have the color Second Chance. It's a more like, not really pastel, but it's like a darker green. I don't know how to explain this color honestly, but it's just like a mild green, I would say. Here's how it looks. It's not bright, but it's not like pastel like either. Here's how it looks, super pretty. Next we have the color Black Addict. Here's how it looks, and this is just a very pigmented black gel polish. Here's how that one looks. Next we have the color Parasol, which is just a gorgeous, beautiful, like, nude. Super pretty. Just how beautiful this color looks. It's a really perfect, it's like one of the most perfect nude colors that I've seen so far. Super pretty. Next here we have the remover. This is a very thick and just weird consistency looking thing, but it just honestly is tremendously helpful when removing gel polish. It just basically bursts and just flakes off the nail super fast and very easy, and you don't have to use acetone. It does look strange, but it works amazing, and I'm going to show you guys that in a few. Next we have the peel off, which is basically a gel peel off base coat, and I've been wanting one for so long, and I've been looking for one for quite a while, and I'm super happy with how this one worked out. I did go ahead and test it out, and let me just tell you guys, here's the polygel set that I used it on, and they lift off pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that in a quick moment. I had these nails on for 2 weeks. I took them off yesterday because I had dinner to go to and I wanted to take them off, but I decided to keep these 2 on, so I'm able to, you know, show you how they pop off. They don't pop off easy, which I like because I do a lot of practice sets, and when it comes to the filing process, that's usually when the peel off basically, you know, just pops off, and I'm not able to, you know, work comfortably with filing them to perfection like I would like. But with this one, it stayed on pretty well. I did some very you know, like hard filing, if that's what you would call it, and they were able to pop off pretty easily. I did not damage my nails at all. Here's how it looks. You guys can see my nails are not damaged. Here's how it looks. But the one thing I like about it is that they don't pop off on their own. You have to pop them off yourself. You know, that is one thing I really liked about this peel off base coat. So if you are doing your nails at home, or you're, you know, doing also nail videos, highly recommend this one. I'm gonna be just going ahead, and the one thing that you have to do with this one is that you kind of have to find like a little crevices where to lift it from. Once you find that, then you're good to go. Okay, look, here's, I got it. It's lifted now. We are good to go. I'm just gently gonna lift this around here. This also works for what do you call it, gel polish. Using my cuticle brush, I'm going to just gently pry that off, and here's how it looks. And now I'm going to go in with 70% isopropyl alcohol to cleanse my nail, and that is it. Highly recommend this peel off base coat. Worked amazing, and overall I really enjoyed using this product. So next I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how the remover works. Here's the nail. The color that I'm currently using here on this nail is the color Secret Lover. It's also by Nail Addict slash Nail Reserve. It's a really pretty light baby pink color. It's really gorgeous. I really love it. And so I did go ahead and apply top coat on top of this color here. I applied 1 layer of top coat, cured it, but I didn't prep underneath at all because, you know, I don't want the gel polish to stick. But just like this, here's how it looks. It is always recommended to go ahead and file away the top coat when removing any sort of nail enhancement, which I'm going to be going ahead and doing. I'm just going to remove that top coat using my hand file here. Very lightly, just buff. I'm not honestly going to remove that much either. I want to see how well the product works even with a little bit of top coat left on the nail. So here's how the remover looks. As I mentioned earlier, it has a very weird, thick, flaky sort of consistency. It kind of just reminds me of like jam, you know, but like pineapple jam because it's yellow. But yeah, it's super strange looking, but worked amazing. So here I'm applying a very thick layer around the nail here, just like so. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this sit for 5 minutes, it says, and then after that it should start, you know, just bursting, and it should remove on its own. I really love this remover. It has no smell at all. Once you're applying it onto your nail, you do get this cooling sort of sensation on my nail, but no burning, no stinging, nothing like that. Once it starts bursting and once it's been 5 minutes, you do get this tight sensation on your nail, but honestly nothing of like uncomfortable or anything like that. Honestly, I just really loved it. Here I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this so you guys are able to see how it's bursting. It is recommended for you to wait 5 minutes for it to burst or remove, but after 2 minutes and 23 seconds, here's how the product is looking. Now using my cuticle brush, I'm going to just gently flake that off. It should flake off pretty easily. You shouldn't have to like scrape it or force it off. If you feel like, you know, it's still like very well on there, then I definitely recommend waiting more time. But like I said, after 2 minutes, it looked already like it was basically coming off, so I just wanted to go ahead and just remove it. I highly encourage you guys to try out this product, especially if you're doing gel polish manicures almost daily or just want to change up your gel polish. I think this product just saves me so much time. It's very time efficient, and overall, just look how beautiful that just comes off my nail. There is no damage at all, and I really loved working with it. I'm also wondering how well this product would work with other sort of nail enhancements to remove them, such as polygel or gel X, and maybe I will try that some other time. But in the meantime, I definitely recommend it for gel polish. Also, do you want to go ahead and show you guys how my natural nail looks after? As you guys can see, there's no damage, so I highly recommend it. Now, here are the nail tips that I'm going to be working with today. These were 𝚤𝚎𝚗𝚝𝚜 nail tips, but I went ahead and just cut them up because I wanted them to be like a square, tapered square sort of shape. So here's how they look after, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into today's set. These two colors are going to be my main base color. The colors are Breaking News and Seafoam. I'm starting off with the color Breaking News. I'm doing one very thin coat, then curing this for 30 seconds in my lamp. Here I'm going to go in with that second coat. Then here we're going to be working with the color Electric Green, Second Chance, and the color Seafoam. I'm first placing some of the color Seafoam onto my palette, then some of the color Second Chance, and lastly we're going to place some of the color Electric Green. Then we're going to use some isopropyl alcohol to remove that tack layer from our nail. And using the dotting tool, we're going to go ahead and draw 2 little dots. Using my liner brush, I'm going to connect the little 2 dots into a V, and we're just going to go ahead and round that out to create a beautiful little heart. Once we have our heart filled in and our heart looks like the way we want it to, then next I'm going to go in with the color Second Chance, and we're just going to continue and outline that heart. Once we've outlined the heart, then we're going to go in with the color Electric Green and outline the color Second Chance. Here I'm going in with the color, I believe, Second Chance. After the color Second Chance, like I said previously, we're going to go in with the color Electric Green. Onto the index, I'm going to go in with the color Seafoam. I'm doing one coat, and then I'm going to just let that sit for a minute. Then after that minute, I'm going to go in and cure. Here I'm going in with that second coat. This color does tend to bubble up, so again, I recommend it to just let it sit before curing. Onto my palette, place some of the color Breaking News and the color White Addict. Here I'm going to go in and create a diagonal sort of swirl with the color White Addict. And I'm just going to go ahead and create my swirl outline, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in just because I want the color Breaking News, the purple lilac color, to be a little bit more opaque. And I don't want to go in with that second coat, so I just decided to do a white for the background. Now I'm going to go in with the color Breaking News from the gel polish bottle. I'm using the brush itself to place the color onto there. Then using my liner brush, I'm just going to go ahead and spread that around and just fill that little diagonal swirl. Once I have that done, then I'm going to go in and cure this for 30 seconds in my lamp. Now that I'm done with our little diagonal swirl, I'm going to go in with the color White Addict and a liner brush, and we're just going to go ahead and create a little tiny star here. I'm going to be creating 3 stars in total, 2 white stars and 1 golden star.
These days, I don't really care for all that empty conversation. No, these days, I don't care for competition. You're the one that's racing. No, I don't really want to talk.
Now onto the stars again. We're just going to go in with a second layer or coat of the color White Addict again, just because we want our stars to be very opaque.
Just to have something to post about. Lately I get real exhausted by the thought of having.
Next, I'm going to be going in with the color Paradise Fiesta. It's a very translucent gold color, so I did do that white background underneath just so our star would pop. Then here I'm going to go ahead and just fill that star in and then cure this for 30 seconds in my lamp. Now onto the middle finger, we're going to be using the color Breaking News and Seafoam. I'm going in and mixing these 2 colors because we're going to be creating ombre. This is the easiest way I found to do an ombre, so I really recommend you guys try it out. I'm using my dotting tool and mixing those colors up, and here's my ombre brush that I'm going to be working with. I'm first going to go ahead and just be placing some of the color Breaking News downwards towards the free edge of the nail. Then next I'm going to be going in with the color Seafoam and just leaving a little bit of that center in there to fill it with the color we pre-mixed. I'm going to pick up some of that color we pre-mixed, and we're just going to go ahead and fill that little gap that we have there, just like so. Once you have that filled in, I'm going to go in with my ombre brush, and we're just going to tap from side to side, just like so. Then once we get to the color here, we're just going to go ahead and gently pull some of that color towards the little lilac color. Very gently strokes, try not to do them too harshly, otherwise you will get streaking. Here again, I'm just tapping, and then we're going to go in with our second coat of the color Breaking News. Then we're going to go in with the color Seafoam, and lastly some of that color we pre-mixed. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that gap in just like so again.
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't got.
Now using my ombre brush again, I'm just going to pull some of that color towards the lilac color very gently. Once we have that, I'm going to go ahead and just tap very lightly, tap. Once you've done that, then I'm going to go in again and just tap again. Once you have that, I'm going to go ahead and cure. Next, we're going to be going in with the color Black Addict. I'm going to place some of the color onto my palette. Today we're going to be doing some character nail art, and I'm going to be doing Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. I'm starting off by drawing her little head. Then we're going to go in and do her little arms. I usually like to do my outline in white gel polish, but for today I wanted to do it in black instead, just because it's easier to see on camera. I'm first just creating my little outline of the character. Once you have your outline done, then you're basically good to go. All you have to do is fill it in. The number 1 tip I give you guys if you guys want to start doing nail art is having patience and just honestly believing in yourself. The first time it's not going to come out perfect, but overall with some time and practice, you definitely will be getting where you are. I haven't done a nail art in 3 months, and here's how my nail art is looking after a while. I really wanted to get into more nail art, and I have been doing that for a while now, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. So I'm going in with the Black Addict, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in her hair now. Now we're going to go ahead and get started on the coloring process and everything like that. Another one tip that I give you guys is having pigmented gel polishes or gel paints. If you do not have high quality products, it's definitely going to just take a lot more time and it's going to become more difficult. So once I have my hair done, I'm going to go in with the color My Boyfriend Loves It, again by Nail Reserve. And I'm placing some of that color onto my palette, and then I'm going to go ahead and just apply one thin coat all over her face now. We're just going to go ahead and fill that in very gently. I did apply 2 coats of this. I only showed me applying 1, but I do recommend doing 2 coats. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy watching the rest of the process. And if you guys have any questions or anything about nail art or any items that I use, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I will be sure to try to answer each and every single one of them. And I also hope you guys are enjoying this video. Again, don't forget to use my discount code 𝚿𝚚𝚘𝚍 to save 50% off of Nail Reserve gel polishes on their website. And so here's how our nail looks after. Now onto the ring finger, we're going to go in with 1 coat of the color Seafoam. Then I'm going to be going in with the color Breaking News. And for this nail, I'm doing a checkered print design. I'm just going in and drawing my little squares. I know it's super hard to see, and my camera was like a little bit everywhere and didn't want to focus for some awkward reason. But yeah, overall this design was actually pretty easy to do. I honestly don't really like focus too much on the lines being straight. I just let it just do whatever it wants, you know. But yeah, once I have that done, then I'm going to go ahead and then cure this for 30 seconds. Using the dotting tool, I'm going to go ahead and create some tiny little dots. Then using this flat brush and some isopropyl alcohol onto my brush, I'm going ahead and just dispersing that white gel polish just like so to create these beautiful little clouds. I did go ahead and do an ombre off camera just because I already went ahead and showed you guys how I did an ombre previously. So I didn't want to show you guys the process all over again and just make the video longer. But yeah, I'm just going to do my clouds and then I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds. So here's how all of our set looks. I did go ahead and change a couple of things. The main base color that I was going to actually be doing was the color Second Chance and Breaking News, but instead I ended up going with Seafoam for some awkward reason. I think I actually got the wrong color, but either ways it still looks gorgeous. Here I'm top coating the character nail art, super pretty. It just brought the nail to life. The top coat that I'm using, I'm not actually quite sure which one it is, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and top coat this and then cure these for 60 seconds in my lamp. So after we top coated the nails and cured them, here's how they all look. Really gorgeous. I really love the colors. I think they go well together, especially because their eyelids are purple, and I think that color overall complements the set as well. Let me know what you guys think about today's set. I overall really had so much fun creating this set. Usually, like I said, character nail art takes me 7 hours, but it actually took me 2 hours and 30 minutes, I believe. So I was super happy to see that I've improved a lot in my time. But yeah, here's how the set turned out. Again, don't forget to use my discount code PriscillaXO to save 50% off of Nail Reserve's gel polishes. See you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and goodbye.